Hello everybody. I went to the auction, so here I've got two machines here, and I got mine that I've had that I've been working on, finally getting it where I want. And we're going to start off by talking about some comparison. This H12R is just like it's almost identical build to the HT10B that I had, high top. And just walking out here, I just noticed something, so I'm going to have to dig into it, but I just wanted to go through some things and explain. Right here on the ground, coming up, it's underneath, and I've noticed it's dripping down, so I'm going to have to go in here, the floor or the back, and see what's leaking. It's brand new. The bad part when you go to an auction and buy it. So, but the good part, what I wanted to discuss, some good part and bad part about all of these. Good part is this one does have a manual thumb right here. But you need to do upgrades on it, and what I'm talking about there is this back here. I wish I would have did it to mine. I just took off the little black piece, and this one actually has more airflow than mine did. So if you take it off, you can get in, check the oil. Real simple, because it's right there, right down there where the orange handle is. So mine didn't come with the HT10, didn't come with a thumb, and at the time we bought it, we paid $11,500 after taxes. So that's 3 years ago. So these have dropped considerably. Everything was Briggs motor. Now they have Rado motors in them, which virtually to me is about the same thing. If the motor goes out, you run to Harbor Freight and buy a new one. But if I was going to keep this one, the one thing I would do, here, let me set this up and put my earbud in so that maybe it'll work better. Louie! Louie! Louie, get your butt back over here. I keep forgetting about my earbuds. So I'm gonna have to see if the earbud's working. So give me okay, I've got it working now. So I kind of want to go over, this one has a hydraulic leak, brand new, hasn't been ran. I just noticed the oil leak coming up to it. So before I do very much, I've got to, it's overflow, so I don't think it's a loose line. I think they just had too much hydraulic fluid in it. So we'll just I'll have to warm it up and see, run it and see. It's got 1 point hour on it, so but the one thing, if you're going to buy this model, I've seen them doing, and got a scratch, is take and cut it right through here across and put you a hinge door on it, and that way it makes it easier for you to get into and out. That's a must. A fan on it to make it work cooler. The one I had, I didn't really have that much problem with the high top. So, but I did run it in heat and all. and everything. But this one's pretty similar. If there's any questions, I mean, it's nice to have foot pedals, but another thing is when you're buying this type, they're slow. I forgot how slow they are because I've been playing on my Dig It since I bought it earlier this year, and I forgot how slow it is, and that's the reason why I put pedals on it, because if I got to go a long distance, I can just push the pedals. There is some people out there making it like that. A hydraulic cooler would help. Louie, get over here. A hydraulic cooler is going to help keep it cooler. One fan is going to do a lot. This is optional. I had mine off so you could just get to it easier, but a must would be making this. Hydraulic thumb is nice, and what's even nicer is if you get pedals on them, make them, then you don't have to do a lot by hand. So, but they are cheaper, and you're always going to have to do upgrades, no matter what you do. Like if you want to, I use backhoe controls because that's what I'm used to. So you have to take this off, and the bucket, I forget which one it is. I got to draw it out every time I get ready to do it. But what you'll do is just follow the lines. There'll be 4 lines. One is to each side of this, and say this one, or it's the thumb, I forget which one it is. But if I don't do it, it's headache. So I don't know how much better or worse this is than the high top. I would buy another high top if I had to, but this is a good starting point. And if you spend double the money, it all depends on how much you want to buy one of these. They're anywhere from, if you go to an auction, $3,000 to $5,000. If you buy one with a warranty, could be $7,000 to $10,000 depending on the option. This one does not have a swivel boom. So this is the H12 AGT. I used one for 2 years, the high top. Had little issues, but nothing that was real expensive to fix. The worst thing was the swing motor went out and cost me about $350. If I'd have bought it in the beginning, I've got a hydraulic pump in motor in my garage because I didn't know at the time. I bought a 600 revolutions per minute and put it on this. Well, it was too fast. There was 100, 600, and 1,000. 100 would have been more than enough. But I bought the 600 and I used it, but it does have its flaws because when you get faster, you have less power. So I should have went with 100. I know that now, but it is what it is. But anyway, I've just kind of introduced and see what people think. Now then, we're going to go to one that I just first time seeing it, hadn't heard much about them. It's the one I'm thinking about keeping, and kind of what I'm wanted to do here is a comparison type video. This is 36 inches wide. Normally, I believe, I didn't bring a tape measure, but normally it's 36 inches is what mine was. So Facebook has a lot of places in where it shows mods and everything on these, but it's a basic little unit. With a hydraulic thumb, it would make a good little machine to clean up, dig, everything. You just got to learn how to use them, what you're wanting to do. So let's go to the, this is another AGT I bought. And the biggest reason I bought it, I have some heat issues. So I can't really do much when it's too hot or it's too cold. So, but here's, let me get back to this one real quick. One of the things here is there's not a lot of room. Your foot space is right here. There's not a lot. So you realize that. And that's, all of these have the same problem. So now let's get over here to the next one. It is too an AGT. And what the QK stands for, I'm not for sure. The 18, I'm not for sure. The K, from what I'm understanding, is Kubota engine. It's a 3-cylinder Kubota. This one, the back latch is lacked, so I got to get into it to check the oil, everything. I want to explain the good points and the bad points about this one. The X, the boom does pivot. Yes, I forget what they say, but the C, I think, is for air conditioning. I don't know. Somebody find out, let me know. I read where this one is 2,200 pounds. It's in the same category as my Digit. And it's pretty close to the same body style and same setup. So it has the cab, it has AC. Louie! Louie! Come on! Louie! Louie! Get your butt over here. One of the things I can tell you right now is this cab from about here, right here, should have come out to the front. It didn't. You stay here. But it is pilot control. As you can see, it's real hard for me to get in. One of the things this is one of the biggest things I don't like. This, let me get back here and I'll point it out. And I'll show you on the other one. I'm going to have to make this raise up. One of the foot pedals, for some reason, I don't know, but I think you got to fuel from the inside. The fueling is over there on the other side, as you can see. It raises up towards me, but it's harder for me to get in because this is higher. For some reason, I don't know. It's about a 4-inch gap up, but it's made about the same as the Digit. This one is 39 inches wide, the side of the tracks. It's also, well, I think the 18 is for 18 horsepower. It's either 16 or 18. It's hydraulic thumb. It's pretty much the Digit. The only thing I will say I like more about the Digit than this one is it's an offset boom on the Digit. So it's over here. It's pretty much a boom's width over, so you can watch the bucket. It does have AC, but one thing I am going to do is fix this. I'm going to have to go in, take this apart, find out what I have to do to raise it up. Another drawback, well, I'm jumping around. It does have 2 lights already installed up here. just need to tighten up. It has an inside light. It has heating, air conditioning. What I have read so far on this QK18 KXS-C is on these diesel engines, the alternator, they put a 25 amp and it needs to be at least 50, so that may be something I have to go get to fix, to work on the motor or get down in here. This cab will probably have to come off. I did get on one without a cab, and I'm looking for the little extra power. I think that I read that this one, it's like the air conditioning. It's all in Chinese, so I've got to convert it over to, I think like the fuel is 3 gallons diesel. I have to figure out what the controls are on the air conditioner and see, but the door opens right here. It has a hinge. Once I get in there and set, I'm okay. I'm just going to have to shave 1 foot pedal. I don't know if I can make drive pedals. I will have to see, and if I do, it will be just on 1 foot, because I'm gonna have to see, because I like feet pedal on these because it makes it easier when you're going. I basically want them for forward if I need to, so I can move, and if I'm driving somewhere I can use the boom and push it down, twist. This one so far, I haven't ran it yet, but it seems to have more power to the tracks, but I'll know more about it once it gets warm. This one already has a cooler, hydraulic cooler on it, has a radiator, and yeah, this is something stupid. Is very stupid. Radiator cap is under this. Okay, this fender here does open, just not with this cap. Why this doesn't raise up, I haven't a clue. I haven't looked at the motor on this because it's wedged and I can't get it unlocked yet. So I just figured I'd talk about it, and then over the next day or two I'm going to get to play with it. I'm going to change out the grease zerks and just little upgrades, and I will get back with it. But I've got to dig a hole over here to where I can burn a bunch of stuff, and I figured I'll use this one. So I'm either selling this one or selling my Dig It. I just don't know. If I don't like this one well enough, it may be this one. I'll have to see. There is a good point about this one. I can show you right quick. Let me get this and I'll point it right here. It's already hooked up for your hydraulic thumb, and you, like me, I'll be putting a quick connect here. So all I have to do is turn this valve to here, and I can use the jackhammer, I can use the auger. I thought about taking the thumb off of the Dig It because I kind of like it better, but this one looks to be longer, so I'm probably going to leave this one on here. If I do anything, it maybe add to it. But I know when I put that big hydraulic cylinder on the HT10, I did not have a problem of it giving, because it was a 2-inch cylinder and it was longer. But we're going to go down. This one they're saying is about almost 5.5 foot deep digging depth. So if you add the quick change, That should add about 6 inches to the digging, so that'd be about 6 foot. It's close to the digget. The digget's between 6 and 7 foot. The only thing I can tell you about it, that offside boom makes it nice, but this one having AC and the pivoting front boom here is kind of, I ran into a situation where I needed that this weekend, or a week ago. Would have been nice. I do like that it already has these set up on it, so there are some positive points. Yeah, zip ties to fix all these so they don't rub. So I gotta there's questions on here, let me know. I'm gonna go down here. I'm sorry I'm babbling. Hopefully I get better at this, but yeah, for some reason I can't get into the latch of this. I haven't really tried. I just got these yesterday. Haven't worked on it. Let's see if it works. I haven't tried to unlock it. Oh. Yeah, all of these, this one and this one, I haven't been able to check the oil, so I've got all of that stuff to do. So it's just was locked. So let me take this out of here. Here's the motor for this. It's a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel. I've got to get the AGT one fixed, check the oil, the hydraulics, everything, and check the oil on the other one. I'm going to do a speed test on one here. I've got about 100 foot, and see how long it takes me to go from this corner to that corner and back. And I'm going to do each machine and see how long it takes. But I'm going to try to do a little better comparison video, get these two machines up side by side. But like and subscribe. Thanks.